they hurt me, you'd find out what made me angry, then use it to your ability. Now you're trying to avoid me. You're the big problem here, a bully to many for so many years. Now shut your mouth, close your ears. Never learned your lesson and nobody cares. That's what you're here for, here to make me miserable. I know you get joy out of it. You hurt me but call me the same names again. You know I never liked them, and that's so unforgivable. I know you ruined my childhood. You hurt me and do it all over again. You ruined my childhood. You hurt me and do it all over again.
This is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to The Sims 4 Royal Witch Kingdoms. Today we are picking up with the noble family of Eodmoon in the kingdom of Eodja. So, let's get started with what we saw in the movie. Basically, the noble consummation of Emery and his wife Arwen, and it started off with her being a little bit upset, sulking kind of. And Emery was asking her what's wrong, and she basically said, "You've been neglecting me." And he said, "Well, in what way?" And you can tell that he really cares about her feelings, and he's very considerate of her because he refers to her as my love, which not all of the witches tend to do. So, you know, he's just really affectionate of his wife. And she was basically complaining that Lady Ismira, the other noble family in Eodja, like, she's already had a baby, and Emery hasn't even let Arwen into the marriage bed, so she was kind of upset about that. And he was kind of just saying, well, I didn't want to force anything. I was kind of waiting for you to be ready for us to, do anything together. And she kind of made the first move, so there was that. And then afterwards, because I don't necessarily feel like they're the type of people to lounge around, they were in the study, which is kind of connected to the master bedroom, And Emery was just saying how he's, so happy they can start a family now, but also he should probably start working on their potion trade. And Arwen, she's kind of like she's a high maintenance and a very self-absorbed, kind of spoiled person. And she was kind of excluding herself from like having to do anything in the family business. And Emery said, well, if you don't want to, do anything for the trade, like that's fine. You don't have to. And then she was kind of making a bit of an excuse, saying that, well, my condition soon enough like won't even allow me to. And Emery said, it doesn't matter whether or not you're pregnant, you're my wife. I'm going to make sure you live a life of luxury. And that was basically what happened in the beginning, because this family is a little bit different from the Eodvells. Now, the Eodvells are a bit more humble. They are a bit less well off. Both members of the family have to put an effort for things to happen. In fact, Lady Esmira is the one that, helped High Lord Kyle to make connections in the magic realm because he was having such a hard time and he was being given the cold shoulder. In this family, things are a little bit different. They are a bit more well off, a bit more wealthy. You'll see it in their estate. So Emery, he's kind of happy to handle everything himself and make sure that, his wife essentially has nothing but time and does whatever she wants to do without having to help bring in money. So that is what is going on with them. So right now Emery is doing like some experimentation for his potions, and Arwen is cooking for the family because she might indulge in potions from time to time, but I don't think she really wants to actively take part. And they only have, despite their luxury, they only have the one cauldron in the house. Actually, even the other noble family has one cauldron in the house. So yeah, that doesn't even matter. But with the Eodvells, we saw both husband and wife like taking turns. In this one, it's going to be largely Emery who's taking charge of all of this. So let's dive into it and get started. So I will have the creator of the slot in the description of the video. So feel free to check that out and find it and download it for yourself, because this is actually a really fun lot. So they live not too far from the palace, the Eodja palace. So it kind of also makes sense why their home is a little bit more luxurious than these guys over here. So this is the estate all around. They have, if you like go through the gates over here, this is kind of like the side entrance to the house, or the main entrance, but it's kind of sideways. They have like a slim pool off to this side, and then they have this really cute like outdoor area where Arwen's doing some cooking. And then if we head on inside, it is a really, really cool lot. So you come in here, and the hallway is where they kind of have, like you'll see the hallway here. This is kind of where they have the potion stands. So they will stack this with potions as they get made, and then obviously once that's full, they can start trading. So we'll do that. They have a dining room over here, and fun thing, we can add more chairs as the family grows and as needs be. Then we have a bathroom, a kitchen over here. So through the main hallway, you have this kind of lounge area over there, or like a formal sitting room almost. And then you have this spot, which is kind of really cool. And again, it's kind of like a private area for them to blow bubbles, and there's a bar here. So a lot of places in this house to kind of just enjoy yourself. Off to the left is where we have our alchemy room, and I might at some point, depending, we'll see how it goes. I don't feel like we need to add anything or swap it out, because the potions do go in the hallway. But if I don't like that and the Sims are having trouble moving in and out, I might just move a bunch of things around in here so that the shelves go in the alchemy room. So there we go, there's a little balcony off here. And then you can go downstairs. So we have a basement level, and this is kind of almost like the wine cellar, I suppose, which is kind of cool. You have a coffin for any potential, who knows, vampires perhaps? But we don't have any vampires in the household. It's a witch series, so who knows why they had that here. I like the idea that maybe there's a bunch of things they inherited. So these two, they're probably from like very wealthy families. And when the Kingdom of Eodja was established, then I think they brought a lot of the wealth they inherited with them. Whereas the Eodvells, they probably weren't from really well-off families. So that's kind of an interesting thing. We've got a bunch of bunk beds down here. And then we have like a private kind of, almost an apartment in the basement. And if you didn't know better, you'd think a butler might have this portion of the estate because there's actually a lot of bedrooms. But they're a noble family, so they don't have a butler, but we might make an exception for them. I don't know. We'll have to see. Because these guys, you know, they're kind of well off. So if we go upstairs, now look at this. It is just, this whole lot is just so beautiful. So you come up here, you've got a seance kind of table almost. Well, it's not a seance table, I don't think at least. But it looks like one. So that's really cool over here. Let's see. You come off to this side. It's got like a really funky layout, but I kind of love it. You come off to this side, and then this is kind of like a hallway area, and it splits off into various rooms. So on the right side, we have this really lovely like pink bedroom. I mean, look at this. It looks gorgeous with its own bathroom and everything. Now this is where I imagine Arwen was staying until they consummated the marriage. That was kind of like her wing, but now that they have, she's going to be staying with Emery, of course. You have this little storage kind of room with a bunch of paintings and whatnot. Over there. Off to the left is where we have the master bedroom. This is where Emery kind of spends his time. We've got like this really cool study area over here, and it goes off into the like private quarters with his bedroom and the bathroom over here. And then there is this little balcony, which is kind of cute. So yeah, there is that. Now they share that room. And then they have a bathroom and a gym on this side. If you go upstairs, this is, I think, the final level. But if you come up here, this is where we have all the like children's quarters and kind of like the family portion of the estate. So you have this little playroom over here, which is like so cute. Look at this. This playroom, this own little balcony over there. You come out, let's see, this way. Yeah, and you've got, look at this. You've got a piano. You can tell this family is like so wealthy. And then this is kind of like, I guess like a lounge room over here. We've got another little bedroom over here with a bathroom that's attached to it, and then a little balcony off there. And then, hold on a second, I completely missed this room, but off to this side is where you have the birth chamber, right over here. So, yeah, this family, I mean, look at them. They're just so wealthy. So wealthy. And I love that. I love that about them. Now, we might not have a butler for them, even if, you know, they have all this money. Because they are a noble family, and I kind of feel like that's a royal privilege because it affects the social dynamics within the household. So we'll leave that be, but essentially the idea is that Emery, he is able to handle everything himself. Like, he's used to being the one to do these things. Like, he probably learned from his own father or mother, like whoever, you know, was the head of the house back home. He learned the family trade, and he's happy to continue that, and he's kind of been raised with the mindset that you know, you as the head of the house are supposed to spoil your spouse, and they're not supposed to do anything. That's your responsibility. So that's kind of cool. But I'll let him do his potions. And oh my goodness, who was it? Arwen, was it you? See, this is also where we see her being spoiled. Like, look at this. Just look at this. But okay, before we deal with this flippin' fire, Let me quickly just give a shout out to the lovely viewers who created these beautiful Sims. So, Lord Emery Eodmoon was created by Roro the King 15 on the gallery, and Arwen was created by Sweet Tart 2016. So I will put them in the description as well, so you can find and download the Sims if you want, and play them. But my goodness. So Emery, his traits, he's family-oriented, self-assured, and cheerful. So he always looks for the positive things in life. Oh my goodness, this is scaring me. He looks for the positive things in life, and he is quite family-focused. Like I said, he does dote on Arwen, and he loves her quite a bit. But he's also confident, so that's why he doesn't feel like Arwen needs to help with anything in the house. Like, you know, he's the man of the house. He's going to do everything. And he always looks for the positive in life. So there we go. That is him. And then Arwen, she's a music lover, so that's probably why they have that piano upstairs. But she's also high maintenance and self-absorbed. So she thinks she is, like, basically she thinks that Emery didn't necessarily, like, you know, strike a deal with her. Or it's not as though he got the golden goose or anything like that, but she feels as though she is worthy of getting married to Emery. Not that she holds him on a high pedestal as well, but basically they were both from really good households, and she always felt as though she was like the best thing in the world. And if, you know, this very eligible suitor has come to marry her, then yeah, of course she's eligible. She's like the most eligible in wherever they came from in the kingdom. So she has a very high opinion of herself, and she's also, you know, a high maintenance sim, so she doesn't like having to rack her brain and do these petty things. She much prefer to just enjoy things and let her husband take care of stuff. But now she is on fire, and according to the way we play things, I'm not supposed to help put out the fire. I mean, at some point I can help put out the fire that is burning, but I cannot help Sims that are on fire. That is entirely dependent on if anyone in the house helps them. And I don't know if Arwen's pregnant or not. I don't know if pregnant Sims can die. I also don't know if she's going to survive this, or if she is going to burn to death in like the first episode we're playing with her, and then Emery's going to have to remarry. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Okay, she is on fire. I thought she'd be able to escape. Unfortunately, not the case. Emery, what are you doing? Okay, there is a fire here. Extinguish, nice. See, look at this. Look at this. This is bravery. He's gonna extinguish his wife. Excellent. I was so scared for a second that she was gonna die. That she was gonna die after like one episode together. But no, she's fine. Thank goodness. He extinguished her. And I didn't have to do anything. He did it himself. Okay, honey. Well, it's okay. Husband dearest has money to replace that. You need to take a shower. So why don't we do that? Let's go to the bathroom and yeah, let's take a shower because that was a bit wild. Actually, before you go, so now that she's afraid of fire, I don't think she's going to want to cook at all. So they're probably going to hire a caterer to help cook for the family. That is something that some of the royals do from time to time. So let's hire a caterer. Yeah, that's what Ismira's going to do. She does not care. But I also kind of like this kind of thing for them because, like I said, they are privileged. So I kind of feel like she wouldn't even try to do it if she didn't have to. And who comes to help with the cooking? It is Lady Emery Eodvell. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe the Eodvells, this is kind of like her way of helping earn a living. Who knows? Who knows? Because we haven't really had the like the spouse of a house, I suppose, even a head of a house, come and do these things. It's always been a bachelor sibling like Padme or who was the other one? Veronica? The ones who don't really have important roles in the household. They get sent out by the others. And I wonder if Kyle kind of sent Ismira. Maybe this is just, like, I guess we view the caterers as workers, but it might not always be the case. Maybe Ismira is coming over to help Arwen, because remember, for a time there, she was trying to be friends with Arwen, or she was, you know, trying to meet up with her to connect and stuff. So maybe she's here to help in that regard. Like, maybe she views Arwen as a friend. But even if Ismira genuinely sees Arwen as someone that she wants to have a, you know, good relationship with, I feel like Arwen, a part of her, looks down on Ismira. Like, she's kind of in competition with her secretly. And she also doesn't have a very high opinion of Ismira. And maybe if she, like, I feel like if she even gave time to Ismira, it would be because being with someone beneath her makes her feel better about herself, if that makes sense. So, that's Lady Arwen for you. That's Lady Arwen. Who started a flippin' fire? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why can no one... Ismira, you are really good at cooking. Like, you should not have a problem. If she dies in our household, what is going to become of this kingdom? Like, their family, the Eodvells, have worked hard to kind of build some reputation across the Witch Kingdoms, right? They've worked hard. They only have one household that they've managed to have a business connection with. Like, they've only managed to become acquaintances with one household. But they're trying to reverse this kind of idea that the Sims in Eodja are all vipers that kill one another. And they're going to have this cannibalistic image now if she dies here. Like, people are going to think the wealthy households have something wrong with them. Don't die. But also, speaking of potion trading, I do want to take a look at who Emery knows. Because, remember, Kyle and whatnot were quite curious, and I think Ismira, they were quite curious about... Was Kyle wanting to flirt with Arwen at one point? I think so, but I think we said that he was curious what progress the Eodmoons were making in the magic realm. And actually, Emery hasn't been having as hard of a time as the Eodvell, because he already knows the head of the Rowan family and the head of the Siddeley family. So he actually already has two connections to two families. So once he stocks up on his potions, he can actually dive straight into trading. He's not going to have nearly as hard of a time. And I like to think that's also partially because he learned this kind of business growing up. So he just knows what to do a lot more. So, if she dies here, this is going to be rubbish. Okay, thank goodness she's escaping. She is escaping. Please no one die. Like, seriously, please no one die. And what are you doing? She's freaking out too. She didn't even get a chance to oh no, she did. Why is she covered in soot then? Like, why? And also, she's in pain. She's in pain from this lot. Okay, I want to know, what are the problems in this lot? And honey, if you trap yourself here in the fire and you die, I don't even know what I'm going to do. Okay, that's right. Route to safety. You run. You run. Is everyone out? Okay, everyone of importance is out. Excellent. If that is the case, then I think I am okay now to go in and maybe extinguish the flames. Because at this rate, if we let the fire go on, it is just going to go on and on and on. I don't think the fire is going to die down at any point. And nobody's like trapped in the house. They've already made it out. So you know what? We're gonna actually, I will deal with this fire. I'll call the fire department, but I will let them deal with it. We'll say in game that, you know, the fire died out on its own because I don't want to break the fantasy realm we're in. But for the purpose of gameplay, I don't want to send them in to die, and I do have to call the fire department. So I'm going to let this fire die out on its own, and then we will come back to check up on the family. Almost 10 p.m. on Friday, the fire has finally died out. Ismira has gone back to her estate. We have like 1 plate of fish and chips. Thank goodness there's something to eat. But this is the damage that the fire has done. It is like burnt half of the kitchen, and it did come out into the dining room. It burnt a bit of the dining room and a bunch of things that were on display here. And then it went out and burnt the bar, one of the stools off to the other side. So it did spread a little bit. And Arwen is going to have to come and clean this. And then Emery is going to have to replace a bunch of things. So let's start the work of restoration. So let's go through. Let's restore these things or replace them, you know. Okay, and off to this side, that stool and the bar. Excellent. And then Arwen is going to have to come through and she's going to have to throw these items away. Well, not items, but, you know, all of the ashes, the piles of ash all over the place. She's going to have to throw that away. So she'll get started on that. And Emery. Okay, Emery has this whim to flirt with High Lord Valar. And, you know, since he is kind of family-oriented, I don't think it's because he's interested in Valar. I think it's him trying to, like, maybe this is how he appeals to the, like, his business partners, perhaps. So I don't know if Valar would be down to come over this late. He might not. We'll probably have to do it tomorrow. But we are going to try our best. Do I have to go through and get it to individually pick up every, like, bit of ash over here? That's kind of unfortunate, but we shall do it all the same. What did he say? Okay, he said he'll be right over. Nice. So we'll invite him in, and then we'll take them off to have some private time. Respectful, or do we want to do a flirty introduction? Is that even an option? I don't think it is. Yeah, we'll do a respectful introduction. And what's this? Oh, ask High Lord Emery about his day. That's nice. And funny thing about Arwen, she was actually friends with Nimue. She managed to befriend Nimue in that event they had. Like, they got along really well before Nimue died in the fire at the palace. So that was kind of unfortunate. But it happened. Okay, let's do an introduction here. Come on. Also, how... Okay, they don't have too many days before, you know, they're aging up. Interestingly enough. Okay. So, Emery. You've spoken to him. Let us add to group. And I don't know where Arwen is going. Is she going outside? No. Do we have... Actually, hold on a second. We don't have a bin for the rubbish to go in. Huh. Okay. Well, we need to plop one of these ones down. So let's go do that. Let's see. Where do we want this? Back here, maybe? Maybe. Or here, potentially. Ah, that would work. Actually, that would work quite well. We could also just throw one inside, but no, that would be disgusting. Maybe out here. Maybe have the trash out here. Yeah, I think that's better. That is much better. So there we go. Okay. Nice. You continue. Sorry. You guys. What is she doing? Are you throwing anything away? Oh, pile of trash, honey. Throw this away. Also, you need to clean the floor. So do that. And while she is busy there, we can get... Do we have a... We have, like, soot over here for her to clean as well. So clean the floor there as well. Clean the floor in here. My goodness, so many places to clean. But essentially, I'm going to get them to, like, get away from that area because she's cleaning there. And we'll have them come sit here together. And then they'll have some privacy. So let's go on inside, you two. Let's go on inside while she's busy doing her things there. And hopefully she doesn't pick up on anything. Oh, but there is kind of a clear view, so maybe this isn't the best place to hang out. Maybe this is not the best place. And if she goes outside, you know what? Time to go upstairs. Time to go upstairs. Let's, well, should we go outside? Should we go outside, like over here? You know what? Let's go out here. They have like a bit more privacy. Bit more privacy out there. So we'll head out, and then they can, you know, they can converse with each other. And I don't know if this is going to appeal to Valar in any way, shape, or form. Nope. He is not having it. Honey? Oh, he wants to stargaze with Arwen. That's so cute. And look, now he wants to chat with Calypso. He's like, okay, well, that didn't work. Yeah. This is a bit awkward. This is a bit awkward. You know, the High King tried this with you and you didn't like it. So maybe you shouldn't try it with someone else. Okay. So I feel like this is like Emery meeting with the different, you know, potential business. Not business partners, but clients. Potential clients, meeting up with them. So, okay, things, yeah, aren't really going too well over here. Unfortunately, is Arwen still busy? Not really. Not really. Why don't you guys eat something? Arwen's gonna call you to a midnight meal. Right now, they're kind of all over the place in terms of timing with stuff, but let's go have our midnight meal. Come on, let's go on down. And then when she's done, then she can clean up this little bit of soot, and then maybe you guys can freshen up and then go see the stars. I think that would be quite nice. Okay. Do this, and then we'll just like throw them in bed. Then they can go and rest once all that is done and well. Okay. Right, okay, she's full. Nice. Honey, also maybe clean up after yourself. You're still the lady of the house. I mean, you don't have to make potions, but you still gotta do a bunch of things. Okay, and yeah, Valar's like quite tense. I wonder about what? Like, why is Valar tense? Apart from the fact that Emery just, you know, tried to flirt with him, but also he was tense before Emery did that. So I'm curious. Like, what is going on? I have no clue. I have no clue. He's got, I think he's the one with 2 daughters, if I'm not mistaken. He's the one with 2 daughters. And both his daughters are children at this point in time. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can let him leave at some point. Or he's going to leave on his own. We won't chase him out. We'll let him hang around. I mean, he can crash in one of the beds if he wants. We're wealthy. We can afford to. Okay, Arwen, are you cleaning up the dishes? Nice. As soon as you're done. Actually, didn't you go to the bathroom? Huh. Okay, well, clean up the dishes. Is he leaving? Is he going? No, he's taking out the trash. How nice of him. Even if he's tense. Okay, deal with that. Restroom. And then you should see the stars with Emery. And she wanted to ask him about his day, so maybe they can do that before they go to bed. I mean, they have quite a bit of energy, so they don't really need to rush anything. He's going to chat with Valar. I mean, that is fine and well, but Arwen kind of, you know, wanted to stargaze. Actually, you wanted to stargaze with your darling wife. So let's go do that. Let's go stargaze. Come on, you two. Let's go stargaze. And it's Mira. Look at this. She left just like this over here. We can't even throw it away. We can't even do anything with it. It's just taking up space. Oh, that's ridiculous. If we move it outside, do you reckon we'd be able to throw it away? Like, could you throw it away from here? Yes, you could. Excellent. We'll get her to clean that up at some stage. For now, though, look at these two. Oh, that is precious. That is precious. Is that fulfilling your stargaze want? Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, he does like spending time with his wife, even if he has some questionable ways of, you know, speaking with clients. But still, he is quite in love with Arwen. And I don't know the situation regarding like the circumstance of their marriage, or you know, how they met each other, anything like that, but I kind of feel like they were both from prominent families wherever they came from. And like he was the, you know, renowned bachelor, and she was also like a noble daughter of a well-known house, and she was quite sought after, and it just kind of made sense. Like, I imagine he pursued her and she accepted him because he was like the best suitor, and it just made sense for them. So, you know, in their situation, this was the best possible life. Okay, and so far it doesn't seem to have disappointed. Okay, Arwen, why don't you ask Emery about his day? Let's do that. You ask about his day. Okay, now Valar is going to excuse himself. So we shall let him leave. And then we'll let these two converse. I also kind of like them staying up so late, because I feel like as really wealthy people, maybe they're a bit eccentric. Like, they don't operate normally on a normal time basis. Look, she's already having thought bubbles about money. Of course she is. Okay, so she's managed to do that. I am going to send them off to bed now, and then we'll catch up tomorrow. We'll definitely invite over High Lady Calypso so that Emery can converse with her a little bit. And hopefully soon we find out whether or not Arwen is expectant. Although she's not showing any signs. Typically, like, they start gagging, but not only that, their hunger goes down really fast, and you notice that, but like, I haven't seen anything. She wants to woohoo with Emery. Well. If that is what you wish, why don't we woohoo and go straight to bed? So I'm gonna do that. Let's go get them to woohoo, and then we just send them to bed. But I don't think we have to panic too much, maybe, if they don't. Like, if she's not expectant, because Emery is family-oriented, so I feel like there's probably a good chance that he'll have a whim at some point, and even if he doesn't, maybe when we're playing with another household, if he has like a connection with them, then we'll get pop-ups. And look, he's managed, but she has managed to befriend High Lord Valar. So that means if we're playing with the Rawans, maybe, you know, they'll get a pop-up from her about this, which should be good for us. So, okay. Well, there we go. How cutie pies. They actually make a really attractive couple, in my opinion. I feel like their children will be good looking. At least that is the hope. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? But, yeah, they are a very good looking couple, I feel. So, okay. Once this whim is done, they can go to bed. And I feel like for Arwen, she is the type of sim who, like, needs her husband's attention constantly. And she needs things to revolve around her, otherwise she feels neglected in the marriage. Like, she's not... I mean, she wants to spend time with you, but not spend time with you doing something meaningful, if that makes sense. She just wants to be doted on. So anyways, you guys go to sleep, and I will see you later. Guys, we have another fire in the kitchen, and this time around, it wasn't Ismira's fault, because the sim that came here to cook was Princess Padme. So, if Padme shows up somewhere, we know that High Queen Faina sent her, most probably to spy. But I feel like Padme maybe deliberately started a fire. I don't know. But would it be a thing? Maybe. Because she started that fire when nobody was here, and then she immediately ran out before anyone came in. So I'm a little bit suspicious of what is going on here. And if that is the case, politics at play, I tell you. Faina is dabbling in things that she shouldn't be, but we kind of know that also Faina, she doesn't really mind getting her hands dirty. And I suppose at this point, she doesn't even mind sending her younger sister to do these things. But that is, I just had to take note of that. If anything happens in the future, or if anything, happens as a result of this fire, then we kind of know who started it. It was Padme. And normally, I'd, wonder, like, oh, is it an accident? It's probably an accident, but when Faina sends someone, it makes you question, is it really an accident, or was it deliberate? Did Faina maybe send Padme here to set a fire to, oh my goodness, what the heck is that? Oh, this place is weird. This place is flippin' weird. No wonder everyone's freaked out about Eodja. I mean, look at this. Look at this. But, yeah. I wonder if Faina did this deliberately. Maybe she heard that, they're a really wealthy family. And one, she probably wanted Padme to spy on them to see the resources at their disposal. Maybe with, the potions at their disposal. Faina's also actually a klepto. So I wouldn't be surprised if she sent Padme here to maybe deliberately set fire to the estate, and then when the others kind of escaped from the fire, then to steal some potions. Except Emery doesn't have any potions on display just yet. So, they didn't expect it, but there was nothing to steal. That, guys, is fascinating. But okay, we're going to wait for the fire to die down, but I think this would be a good time to end the episode. Now, before we go, let me see. I can't even check to see whether she's, it's timed out, like a pregnancy thing. And I'm not sure if she is pregnant or not. So, we are most probably going to be coming back in the next episode to play with these guys, to see, where things go from here, and also whether or not Arwen is pregnant. If not, hopefully, maybe they'll have a whim to try again, like we did with the Eodvells. The Eodvells tried 3 times before they got successful. So there is that. But, okay, well, the kitchen burns, and Padme has nothing to steal. Let us wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.